Bueno, sí.
Hola, mi gente. This is Gamaliel, broker realtor with Sturgis Realty Group.
And I'm Alan Rios. I'm the Realtor with Sturgis Realty Group right here in Metro Atlanta. Thank you for watching.
And Alan, today we have a great topic here. We're going to talk about the most costly winter maintenance issues that get ignored.
And this is a great time to talk about it, Gamaliel.
It is.
The season's beginning to change, right? It's getting colder in the mornings, getting cooler during the day. So we want to get you prepared and make sure you don't make these mistakes and make sure you take care of some of these issues that we're going to be talking about with your house as you prepare for winter, because they're talking about a wetter than normal winter, Gamaliel. That could mean more rain, more snow. We will have to find out.
And obviously, these are mistakes that cost people a lot of money because they don't do this maintenance. So let's get started. Let's start with number one maintenance, that is servicing your furnace and changing your filter.
Oh, that is really important. Everybody wants heat in their house, right?
It is.
So you want to make sure your furnace is running properly. You probably haven't turned it on since last winter or early spring. So you want to make sure that it's operating efficiently. So you want to hire someone, a professional, come out and take a look at your furnace. Make sure that it's in great operating order. It may need a tune-up, but you also want to make sure that filter is ready to go as well, Gamaliel. How important is that?
That is super important. Obviously, what a lot of people don't know is that when it comes to changing your filter, most filters are anywhere between 30 to 90 days. A lot of people change their filter annually, obviously. And what happens, this costs a lot of time for the system to break if you're not changing it properly. But also, one thing it does is when you have a filter that is dirty, you're contaminating the air of your home. So by the time if someone's sick, obviously the filter helps to clean that air too. And if you're not changing that filter, you're having contaminated air in your home that should be cleaner than what you're getting.
Yeah, so very important to change that filter, as Gamaliel mentioned, anywhere from 30 to 90 days, depending on the filter that you have. The second one that we want to make sure you take care of before it happens is avoiding bursting pipes. Now, we saw that last winter, right, Gamaliel?
Yes, we did.
A lot of homes and businesses had flooding issues because of the very cold weather we have. And, we have a good shot that we're going to see a hard freeze this winter. So you want to make sure that those pipes are protected.
Yeah, when we talk about protecting the pipe, we're talking mainly those areas that are not insulated and those faucets outside also. Things that you could do is draining the water from the faucets outside. Some people call it winterizing, is taking that water out because when the
draining your pipes.
Yeah, drain the pipes. And also, especially if you have a sprinkler system, you got to make sure you drain those too. Don't forget about that. And obviously, one part that gets ignored is the crawl space. That area normally is not insulated, so you got to make sure you get in there and insulate those pipes, and that will avoid a lot of those issues that you may have with bursting pipes.
Yeah, and we insulated our pipes last winter around our crawl space because it is exposed to the cold air at all times. So you want to make sure, especially when we get that hard freeze here in Atlanta, you want to make sure those pipes are protected so you don't have those costly issues that arise because of that.
Definitely, Alan.
Let's take a look at number 3, Gamaliel. A third tip that we highly recommend is making sure your roof and gutters are inspected and cleaned.
That is very important, obviously, because I see a lot of times gutters that get ignored. They get full of leaves. Now you have water going through the gutter, damaging the roof. Also, the water backs up into the roof, but also goes and it gets close to the house. Which what happens? It goes into
the walls and the foundation.
Correct.
So those are the things you want to avoid. And then the roof, you could have some damage or missing shingles that you're unaware of, right? And if we have a very wet winter, you're going to be looking at issues where some of that moisture is going to get into your attic or even spread throughout parts of your house. So you want to get that inspected. With you living underneath the roof, you don't know what's going on top of the roof. You want to get somebody up there to take a look at it and make sure everything looks A-okay as we head into winter.
Yeah, that's very important, Alan. And number 4, obviously, is the tree. You need to inspect them, make sure you trim them too. Trees here in Georgia, obviously, we call it the city of the forest, right?
Yeah, it's a city lost in the forest. Yeah, we have a lot of trees. I mean,
we do.
So, this is something that we had to add on to the list here for tips to make sure you take care of to avoid any costly issues that arise. And the big issue here we're talking about is branches, right? Limbs that are hanging over the house, over the roof, or trees that are very close to the house. You may want to trim that, because all it takes is an ice storm. Any of those limbs are going to fall and either damage your car, damage the house, or you may have a tree that might be diseased or dead, right?
Yeah, and then the whole tree fall, and they cause a lot of damage to the house, to also obviously end the safety for the family too.
Yeah, exactly.
That is very important. Now, number 5 and last is fireplace cleanup and sweep, what they call them. It's very important not to ignore that.
Important,
yes. Yeah, especially if you use your fireplace a lot. A lot of fireplace cause a lot of fire because then something may get stuck there that you're not aware of, or a lot of the stuff that you're burning over time also create problems. So you got to make sure annually that you actually get clean the fireplace. That way you avoid that problem. And when fire takes over the house, it does a lot of damage. So obviously that's a safety issue.
For sure. And that pertains to wood burning fireplaces and also gas fireplaces, because we have a lot of gas fireplaces here in the South. So make sure those are inspected, the gas pipes, everything around the fireplace. You want to make sure that everything is set and ready to go. So hire that chimney inspector to come out and inspect everything and give you the all clear sign that you're good for the winter.
Yes, so it's very important now. We're here to help you when it comes to real estate, whether you're a buyer, seller, or investor thinking about investing in real estate, give us a call. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions that you may have.
All right, and thank you for watching. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to join our family, and hopefully we answered some of those questions about how to prepare your house for winter and avoiding costly mistakes down the road. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bueno, sí.